first thing you do is when you have a sheet like this, try to understand what is this about, okay? So basically what I have is I have patient statistics for Kuwait's hospitals, fictitious data, and the year is 2019. And I have hospitals over here and how many patients they are receiving in each month. Okay, so Sabah Hospital in January they received 500 patients inpatient. In Feb it was 450. In March 100. And then you have a quarter one. So it's going to be quarter one is basically the sum of 3 months. Okay, so you have March, sorry, you have April, May, and June, and then you have quarter two. Okay, so we're going to sum that up over here. Then you have quarter three, which will be July, August, and September. And then quarter four is going to be October, November, December. This over here, we're going to calculate the percentage and finally the annual total. Okay, so nothing new over here. You know how to create each one of these. And this one is going to be a constant. Okay, I'll tell you what a constant is. The value when you copy the formulas, this one is not going to change. Okay, so I'll just delete this. Okay, so once you enter your hospitals and the hospital name, remember that it will not display completely. So what you need to do is you need to come right to the top and just double click or increase the width. Okay, I'm going to just double click and there you go. Don't take two columns and make them one. Okay, that will be wrong. When you make your charts, it will come incorrectly. It will display your chart incorrectly. So I've entered all the data and now I'm going to do the formulas. And for quarter one is going to be, of course, you're going to click where you want to see the result and formula. You can do it insert function or from AutoSum or recently used, whichever you think is easy. Okay, so I'm going to say this is the range. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to copy this down. I'm done with this. We do it from sum. There you go, that looks fine. I'll say enter. I can double click. Oops, sorry. Quarter three, I can also enter it myself. If you want to create your own formula, for example, you can just go ahead and say equal to, and you know the function, which is sum. Open the bracket, highlight the range, close it, press enter, and you're good to go. Okay. Finally, you have quarter four, and for this one, you can say insert function. It's going to be sum. Move this to the side. I don't know the range. I'm going to select the range, and I'm going to say OK. Copy it down. There you go. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to calculate the percentages. Just increase this. Okay, there you go. And the formula is equal to A, and it's going to be divided by B. Okay, and as you can see in the sheet, this is A, okay, and that is B. Okay, this in the corner. So how can I do this? I'm going to click over here. Okay, remember, all formulas begin with an equal to sign. Okay, if you click on any of the formulas, okay, they always begin with an equal to sign. Do not forget that. Okay, so I need to put my own formula. I'm going to come over here first. I'm going to start with equal to sign, and I'm going to say, says here, open the bracket first. Open the bracket. A, which is the annual total, I'm going to click on this one, and that is T5. Slash or divided by B, that is B, which is T14. Close this, and you multiply it by 100. And now once you have done this, you press enter. Okay, and then you will get the result over here. If you get this error, it is showing you that you're trying to divide by 0. That's why it's giving you an error. Since we do not have any value over here and we do not have any value over here, it's giving you this error, which is fine, okay? Let's do this again for the second one. First thing, I'm going to go and click over here. This is where I want to see the result, or this is where I want to see the formula. Equal to, I'm going to say open the bracket. Now A is going to be this one, so I'm going to do for 1 year hospital, which is T6 divided by this one, T14. Remember, T14 will never change, okay? That's the constant. I'm going to close this and I'm going to multiply it by 100 and press enter. Again, the same problem, okay? Now, what I want to tell you over here is, how do you tell the computer that when you copy the formula, do not change the value of this one, okay? Now, let me just delete this. If I copy the formula, okay, and I click on the first one, and it says T14, and that is fine. That is T4, and that's T14, which is great, fine. Now, as you know, when you copy it, it will always add either a row or a column. Since we are copying it down, it will always add another row. So over here, instead of T14, it has made it T15, okay? Because it's thinking that you want to go one step forward. So let me click over here and see this one, T15. T15, there is no value. That's wrong. Go to the next one. Click here, okay? When you click here, this is fine, but this is wrong, okay? If you click on the last one, click on this one, and that is correct, but this is wrong, okay? So how do you tell the computer, let me delete this, this is wrong, that this value is going to be constant. When I copy this, do not change this value. So when you're doing this formula, okay, all you need to do is just come over here, okay, before the T, and you put a dollar sign, okay? So this will tell the computer that, you know, T is going to be constant. And then 14 is also going to be constant, so again, you put another dollar here. So it's going to be $T and $14. Now if you copy it, okay, now if you copy it, notice that the T14 never changes. Even for the last one, if you click over here, you see this, that's the constant value, okay? If you find this too difficult, a workaround or an easier way would be just, you know, just come inside and enter the formula for each one separately. So I'm going to be equal to, open the bracket, this one divided by this one, close the bracket, multiplied by 100. Okay, again, equal to, open the bracket, this one divided by T14, close the bracket, multiplied by 100. Okay, again, equal to, open the bracket, T8 divided by T14, close the bracket, equal to, but this will take a little more time, okay, divided by this one, multiply, enter, okay. Now how do you do the annual total? Annual total is going to be this one plus this one plus this one plus this one, okay. Again, you can enter your own formula. You come over here, you can say equal to sign, okay, and you can say this one, and you will type in the plus sign, okay, and then you would say this one, plus sign, this one, plus sign, and this one, and you press enter at the end, okay. There you go, now you have value. Another way of doing the same thing is, you will say sum, not this one. You go to press the control key and go to tell the computer it's going to be this value. Press the control key, hold it down. This one, and this one. So now you have equal to sum of F6 and J6 and N6 and R6. Now you press enter and it has done it. Okay. So whichever you think is easier, you can use that. I'm just going to go ahead and copy these. There you go. Now I have some value over here. And I'm going to enter some formulas here. I'm going to say sum of this. Okay. Again, you get the same problem. Once you have all the data, then it will display it properly. This one over here is the maximum. I'm going to say max of, not this, of January. Then I'm going to say average of this. Finally, the sum of all of this. Enter. And highlight. Just copy it across. There you go. Okay. If you want to remove the decimal, again, you can highlight, go into the Home tab. I will center all of this. Sorry. There you go. Got that? Okay. Next, what you have is, if you have a look at the instructions, the first instruction says increase the heights of rows to 40 pixels. So all of these rows, okay, all of them, should be first made to 40 pixels. Okay. And question number 2 says align the headings to center for horizontal and vertical. Of course, this will be down here or here. You just have to make it center, and you have to merge and center. You already know that. Okay, question number 3 says the annual total of Sabah and Mubarak Hospital is what? Where is Sabah Hospital? This is Sabah Hospital. Okay, and what is the annual total? This one. And where's Mubarak Hospital? This one. Total is sitting right over here. So we need to add these two up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is total of Sabah and Mubarak Hospital is, okay, and then we'll just come over here and create a formula. I'm going to say equal to, and Sabah Hospital is this over here, okay, which is T5 plus this one over here, and you press enter. If you get this, that means the size of your column is small. Just come over here, double click, and there you go. Okay. Now, if you want to have commas and you can just come over here and display it like this. That's your choice. There you go. Okay. Now the second one says the total number of patients in Q1 and Q2 for all the hospitals is what? Okay, try to figure this one out. Question number 5, the total number of patients for January and December for all the hospitals is what? Okay, so basically what you have to do is come over here. Q1 and Q2 is, just come here, okay, and enter your formula. And finally, for the last one, total patients for Jan and December is, and come over here and enter whatever formula there is. Okay. Question number 6 says wrap text wherever shown. So wrapping is only over here. Just go ahead and do that. Okay. And create the border. You know how to do that. And question number 8 says center the numbers vertically and horizontally. You already know how to do that. Okay, when you increase the size, the height for row number 4 is going to be 80 pixels. Okay, so only one row is going to be showing like that. There you go. Okay, this will be double the size. Okay. Okay, now coming back to the graphs. Okay, when you want to make a graph, let's say I want to make a pie graph or pie chart. Okay, let me go to lesson 3 graphs. Okay, let's say I want to create a pie chart. Create a pie chart in a new sheet that is based on the annual totals of the hospital. Now, but just by reading the sentence, you know that you have to select. Okay, let me just double click this. Why is it so big? Oh, because of this. Okay, no problem. Okay, just by reading that sentence, you know what you have to select. You have to select the hospitals, press the control key, hold it down, and you press the annual totals. Okay. Once you have done that, you need to create a pie chart. So I'm going to say insert, and that's your pie chart. Okay. This is the one. Okay. Let me move it to the side, and it says here rename the chart. Okay, that should be 2019, not 17. Rename the chart or rename the sheet. Okay, so you basically move it to a new sheet and you rename it. Display the value in the form of percentage. Change each pie into black and white and give proper titles and display the legend as shown. Okay, so what you need to do is, first thing, you need to move it to a new sheet. Okay. Okay, I'm always going to select new sheet, give it a name, and once you're okay, there you go. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to also show the percentages, okay, or the data. Do not forget, make it nice and big. Okay, that looks good. It is too big. Okay. Okay. And the legend, what does it say for the legend? Doesn't say much for the legend. Display the value in form of percentage. Okay, give proper titles and display the legend as shown. So the legend is on to the right. So I'm going to say, first thing is, let me fix the legend. Legend is here, and I'm going to take it to the right. Okay. Next, what I need to do is I need to show the data. Okay, but I don't need to show the value. I need to show in the form of percentage. Remember, whenever we want to show data or the values, we go into data labels. Now, within data labels, you can select one of these, or you can go inside and get more control. Go inside, more data label options. Okay, and then you get 4 options. You're going to select this one, label options, and you get a whole bunch of options over here. If I say value from the cells, it'll display the value. Oops, sorry. If you wanted the series name, there you go. Let me first change the label position so you can see what's happening. Right now it is best fit. I'm just going to take it outside. There you go. Okay, it is outside. Now, I don't need the value. Okay, I need the percentage. So I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to turn this off. Okay. Next, you can show the category name. So it shows which hospital the percentage belongs to. Okay. If you click on series name, they are all annual totals, so it's redundant. I don't need to do that. And there you go. Okay. Then if you want, you can just increase the the font so that it displays properly. If you want, you can make it bold, and there you go. Okay. Okay. Next, what you need to do is you need to make the pie black and white. Okay. Now, when you select a pie, all of them are selected. Okay. But what you need to do is once you have selected it, you need to select one piece. There you go. Okay. Now this piece is selected. Okay. If you do not select the piece and you select the whole thing, okay. Now if you make it black and white, okay, it will work on the whole thing. Okay. I'm going to say pattern fill, and remember it's going to do it for the whole thing. Okay. Which is fine, except what you need to do is you need to come back inside and then select one pie or one piece, and now you can work on this one. Okay. So the first thing I need to do is let me click outside, and I'll click on the pie, and I'll make some outline. Okay. Not the fill. Let me make a border. A solid 9. Now I have a solid 9, which is fine. And now I need to select the second pie, the second piece. Come on. Okay. Once I've selected the second piece, I'm going to go into fill. And of course, instead of blue, I'm going to make it black and white. Select a different pattern. There you go. Now I'm going to select this one. Again, black and white. This is good. Black and white. This one. And finally, there you go. Okay, that's done it. Let me go back to my graphs. Okay. Next, what you have is create a bar chart in a new sheet that is based on the data for January, February, March for all the hospitals. Now, this is very easy. Okay. All you need to do is select the first quarter. Okay. And create your bar chart. Okay. Now, when you're working, let me just close this. When you are working in this one, in Excel, and you want to speed things up, I think I've shown you this before, but let me just go ahead and show it one more time. You can automatically create a series. For example, you have 1, 2, let me open a new sheet. Okay. So what you can do is, let's say you have series. 1, 2, and once you have 2 in the series, you highlight the series, and then you can just see that black plus sign at the corner, press it and you drag it, and automatically it will create a new series. This one over here, let's say I have students, and I say student 1, student 2. Okay, I can highlight. Okay, this is if you want to speed things up. So any series you give, it will automatically generate this for you. Okay, now, for example, let's say we have Sunday, Monday, and again, it'll do it for you. Okay. Now, in our case, what we have done is we have, what do we have? We have January, we have Feb, we have March, and then we have QTR1. Okay. So if you don't want to type the whole thing, you just highlight this. Okay. So I need to copy all the way, till December and quarter 4. There you go. So you have January, February, March, quarter 1, April, May, June, quarter 2, July, August, September, quarter 3, and finally quarter 4. Okay, so this will basically speed things up. Okay. Now, if you do not give any series, if you just copy it like this, you have a name, for example. Okay, this one is still generated the series for you. But in case, for example, you just want to Copy the same thing across and just highlight, and there you go. Okay, it will copy whatever you have written in the cell. Okay.